Hello and happy Sunday. It's Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and today is Sunday, November the 21st, and we're just a handful of days away from U.S. Thanksgiving. So we're going to be talking about that here in a few minutes. Let me get caught up with you so I can make sure and see all of your comments. So hello and happy Sunday, everybody. Hope y'all are having a great week. We just had quite a little downpour here, and I'm actually glad that it's done so that y'all can't hear that. And hello, Stacy. It's good to see you. Everybody go ahead and say hi and hello when you come in. I'll try to grab everybody, but if we have a ton of people like we had the last 2 weeks, I'll just make it up to you later. But if you are brand new, please let us know because we would love to welcome you. And if you want to catch up on what we've been talking about, every chat is posted on YouTube. You can just go to youtube.com and search If You Have an Egg. And hello, Daniela. Daniela, are you new? Your name looks new. Let us know. But you can catch all of those on YouTube. It's just youtube.com. Search If You Have an Egg, and then you can catch up with everything. And hello, Carol Lou. It's good to see you. And hello, Lynn. So as you all can see, I have been talking so much that my voice is still just a little irritated, just a tiny bit. Hello, Sandra from Dingman's Ferry. Hello, Sandy, and hello, Marlene. Just a teeny tiny bit irritated, but nothing like it has been the last month or so. And hello, Lisa. Hello, Andrea is here. Hello, Mary Ann from Pennsylvania. Hello, Kathy, and thank you. I didn't feel sick this whole time. And hello, Joyce. Thank you. That I sound better. Thank you for saying that I sound better. It's still a little bit irritating though. And hello, Cynthia. Hello, John from Home Base. Hello, I believe that says Dalton. I have people coming up on both screens right here. Hello, Marlene. It's good to see you. Oh, yep. And thank you, Kathy. So yeah, yours just popped up here. It was down there before. And yes, that is a Dalton. So everybody, welcome each other. And if I miss anybody, hello, Sherry, y'all let me know. Okay. And Danielle's only been on a few times. I think this is the first time maybe that you said hello because I do not remember saying Daniela, but hello and welcome. And hello, Sherry. Again, I am Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and this is Sunday, November the 21st. Hello, Mary from Pittsburgh, and we are just a few days away from American Thanksgiving, from U.S. Thanksgiving. I'm sorry, wait, hold on a second. Linda from Rock Island, hello. Hello, Mary. I think I already said hello to you. Hello, Chrissy from West Virginia, and hello, Bernadette. So, and hello, Sheila from Fort Worth, Texas. So again, just a few days away from U.S. Thanksgiving, and sorry, Canadian girls, I missed yours. So sorry. Hello, Betty Ann. It's good to see you. So we're going to be talking a little bit about Turkey Day after we dive into some news. Aloha, Kathy from WW. And talk about how everybody's first week and a half-ish has gone. Hello, Katie from Minneapolis. And hello, I already said, yep, I said aloha, Kathy. And hello, Tammy from Toronto, Canada. So welcome, everybody. If you are new, please give us a shout out. You can go ahead and comment. And if I skip you or if I miss you, hello, Myrna. It's good to see you. If I miss you or skip you, and hello, Sandra from Naperville, I will make it up to you later. And hello, Carolyn from Dallas. Okay, so let's get chatting. I'm going to quit saying highs and hellos for a few minutes because we've got to get cracking. We have a lot to talk about. And if you want to watch this later, again, it's just on youtube.com. Search If You Have an Egg. And so Casey will be getting that posted in the next day. Oh, hold on a second. Sandra's anniversary is on November the 26th, and she'll be married 44 years. Congratulations. And I think Carol Lou is bailing on us to go watch the Steelers. Whatever. Hello, Elaine. But again, hi to new people. Hello, Irma. Hello, Trish. You can watch us on If You Have an Egg on youtube.com. Search If You Have an Egg. And Casey will get that posted probably tomorrow. And Jessica will get the translated notes posted probably tomorrow night. So she's been super quick about having that done. Just a quick side note on that. In case you are new with us, I talk really fast. And I say hi and hello to a lot of people. So new people are like a pinball machine going ding, 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 ding. Oh my gosh, what is she talking about? It's okay. Don't worry about it. You literally do not have to write one thing or take one note or even remember anything if you don't want to. Because we're going to give you a written copy of everything that I have said, of almost everything that I've said, and that will be on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. It's just www.ifyouhaveanegg.com. And that written translation will be there. So if you didn't catch something that I said, if you didn't understand my accent, if you're from around here, then you can go ahead and print that out and you can read all of that later. Okay, so some news from November. In November, again, I said this last week, unless you have been hiding under a rock, surely to goodness, everybody by now has noticed that we are on a new plan. We actually had someone at our Tuesday night in-person workshop who didn't have a clue that anything was going on. And she comes to the workshops. That's what's so weird. I mean, I know we didn't talk a lot about it leading up until the big moment. But she was like, hey, something changed with my app. Did we get a new update? And I thought, where have you been, lady? Where have you been? So, okay, and Daniela was previously on the green plan, and she wants to know how the new plan is working for everyone. Daniela, I'm going to sidetrack what I was saying and just answer fantastically. I have tracked every day. It has made me very conscious of tracking, and I have lost 2.2 pounds. We'll talk about that here in just a second. But anyway, so she didn't know. So unless you've been hiding under a rock, surely to goodness, you've noticed that we are on a new program. If you missed it somehow, if somehow you missed the news, if you are new to WW and you're thinking, what new plan? It's my first week. This is the material they gave me. This is what they told me to do. Everything is new. So we've only been on this new plan. This will be the beginning of my third week. And I love it so far. Actually, this will be the beginning of my full, let me think. I'm finishing my second week, I guess. So anyway, I'm finishing my second week, so I'm excited to see how I did, the second week, because the first week was a shock. It was a surprise. But anyway, so yeah, I'm hearing rave reviews. So I've still got a few people that are struggling, a few people who have gone back and taken their assessments again, and everybody's starting to get comfortable and starting to kind of settle in. So if you're new to WW, or if you didn't know that we were changing plans, go back and watch the last two chats on youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg, and find out what all is going on. Okay, second bit of news. WW has developed a series of 0-point cheat sheets. So you're going to log on to your account on a desktop computer. So you need to be on a desktop to get the full benefit of this if you want to print it. And you're going to click on a deeper dive. You can also do that from a mobile phone, from your phone, from a tablet or whatever. But if you want to be able to print it out, you're going to have to log on to a computer. And then depending on which group or groups of foods that are on your personal list, you can find your list. Plus you can get tips for preparation, recipes, and some more. So in case your 0-point food list, you don't know what to do with it, and there's going to be some tips there. So once you log on to WW and you find where it says a deeper dive, and when, hello Joanna, and when Jessica posts this today or tomorrow or the next day, when she posts this on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, there will be a link to take you straight to a deeper dive in case you can't find it. But once you get there, you're going to find your total list. And remember, your list is different. So your list is going to be different depending on which food you chose to be on your 0 points food list. But they've been broken down into non-starchy veggies, which is 0 for all of us. Hello, Susie, which is 0 for all of us. Fruit, which is not 0 for all of us. If you answered yes to the diabetic question, then fruit is not 0 for you. Brown rice, quinoa, and other whole grains, that's in one group. Avocados is in its own group, which is odd, but I don't know what else you would put with it. Poultry is a group. Beans, peas, and lentils is one group. Eggs is a group. Hello, Vicky. Potatoes and starchy vegetables is a group. And fish and shellfish is its own group. So you can go there, find that printed out if you need some help. And then we talked about this last week. Hello, Orlando Debbie. We talked about this last week, but the U.S. bloggers, and hello, Terry, the U.S. bloggers are really getting comfortable with this sharing of recipes. So I shared my first one. If you go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, then, and happy birthday, Sandra's son. If you go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com and go to it's the Bulk It Up, a white chicken chili recipe. That's the very first one, and that's the only one because Jessica and I were testing it. So that's the only recipe so far that has the little bar that says click here for your personal points. And if you click there, it will take you to your WW app, and it will take you to your personal points. So that's the last bit of news for November, but all of the other bloggers, whether they're just small, do it for fun like me, or they're doing it professionally, we are all kind of getting the hang of it, and it seems like it is working well. So I'd like for you to comment below to let me know how it's working for you. If you've tried any of them, if you've logged on to any of them and tried those. And I know like Carol Lou is here, and she had a little bit of trouble today. She was importing one of the recipes, and it would let her save it, like it would let her track it, but it did not let her change it. But I think it's because she was on her computer and not on a smartphone or a tablet. So Carol Lou, if you're here, if you'll just talk a little bit about that in case anybody has a question. Okay, first thing I need to know. Question time. Who went to, oh my goodness, and it was Trisha's youngest grandson's birthday. Ooh, happy birthday, Trisha's grandson. Who went to an in-person workshop last week? Give me a thumbs up. So if you were here with us live, you can just touch the little thumbs up that is at the bottom of your phone. I just did it to show you what to do. So give me a thumbs up if you went to an in-person workshop last week, or if you attended a Zoom workshop or one of the other virtual workshops. Give me some thumbs ups for that. And so did you sit your bottom in a chair? Inquiring minds want to know. Yep, and Linda, what are you going to do if they change the color of those chairs? You're not going to know where you're at. You're not going to know what to do. Yep, but Linda had her bottom in a green chair. So thumbs ups for bottoms in chairs or for virtual meetings or Zoom meetings. And hearts, if you attended here with us last week. Open Marianne's got green chairs too. Hearts up, hearts, if you attended here with us live last week or if you watched it on replay. And I know a lot of you all have watched it on replay because the YouTube traffic is fantastic. It's actually made me very happy. So you all keep up the YouTube traffic. It's fun watching to see how many people have come back in and watched the chat. So that's the fulfilling part for me. Okay, so lots of you all did. Yep, and so leading up to Thanksgiving week in the United States, I'm extremely proud of you all for attending a workshop. I want you to do it this week if you can. So if there is a workshop or a Zoom workshop available this week, I would love for you to attend one. I understand if Thursday's out, or if your location is, a little bit janky. Okay, and Debbie and Carol are talking about that. Debbie says, nope, it's on a phone too. I think it's a security setting on the blogger's site. I have no security settings, so you can feel free to change mine. But anyway, Bravo stickers, virtual Bravo stickers to everyone who attended an in-person or a virtual meeting last week or with us. So Bravo stickers all the way around. Last week we were talking about, the whole month, this month, so all of November, we're talking about the Personal Points program. And it's so funny because WW always makes their program change in November. And every single year I think, why would you do that right before the holidays? Why can we not just kind of, breathe through the holidays? Why couldn't you do it in January? Well, with the Personal Points plan, I really think that now I'm coming to grips with the fact that I think they do it in November so that we can start doing it and get accustomed to it and not blow up our holidays, because it would be really, really easy just to go, there's a new program coming in January. I'm just going to go ahead and do whatever I'm going to do in November and December, and I'll wait and do this in January. That's what I think. Is that what you think? Do you think that they go ahead and do that so that we will be thinking about it and be engaged before the holidays come? So we're going to talk more about the holidays here in just a second, or in just a few minutes. So last week was chat number 248. The whole month is the Personal Points program. But last week we were talking, it was chat number 248, and we were talking about frequently asked, oh my gosh, hold on a second. I have to sidetrack. Vicki, that's not normal, right? Everybody knows this is not normal. Vicki lost 7.2 pounds on her first week on the new plan. Whoop, that's awesome. Everybody know that's not normal though, okay? That is not a normal weight loss. That is a fantastic weight loss. I don't want anybody upset that if they didn't lose 7 pounds, but congratulations, that is awesome. So last week we went over a bunch of frequently asked questions, and honestly, I have had probably a little over 1,000 questions. Now, some of them were repeats, or some of them were like different versions of the same question, but last week I went through and answered several, like the most frequently asked questions, and those were, how many times can I take the assessment? How do I take or retake the assessment? How do you print the book you showed last week, the week before that? Can I turn off activity points in my weeklies? Can I really earn back points if I'm at 0 or negative, or even negative? How do I earn more points in a day? Why did you take flavored water away from me? You notice I'm drinking flavored water tonight, so no, I did not take it away from you. Why did you say to scan everything? Why is my restaurant item scanning so high? Will my recipes automatically update? And or how do I know how many points a recipe I found online is on my plan? So we answered all of those, and there are so many of them. There are so many of those in such long answers. You're just going to have to go back and look at last week's chat. Again, remember, you can listen to it on YouTube, youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg, or you can visit IfYouHaveAnEgg.com and print that. So you can print those questions and those answers from there. I have no security settings on there, so you can go ahead and print all you want to. And thank you, Sandra. I love this. I love this shirt. This has been a favorite for a long time. So you can go back and look at all that. But last week your homework was #recipe check. And so what I wanted you to do last week was to kind of expand your personal points horizon. And I wanted you to either get something on the recipe builder and then share it with somebody, or I wanted you to find a recipe that was already online and go ahead and import it into your personal points plan and then kind of tweak it or save it, use it just like it is, whatever you wanted to do. So let's see how you all did last week on your homework. Terry found a super easy slow cooker 3-bean chili recipe that not only fit her personal points budget, so beans must be one of her free foods because it fit her plan very well. Oh well, thank you, MJ. I will wear this shirt every day. I'll wear it every night. Just kidding. But it fit Terry's her budget so well. It also made so many servings that she has some in the freezer so that she can just pull it out and eat it whenever she wants to. Tracy found a great recipe on WW. So she actually found it on WW, and then she pulled it into her personal points engine, and she discovered that it was only 1 point on her plan. So the ingredients, so there was a range. WW had a range on that recipe of points, but when Tracy pulled it into her personal points engine from WW, she found out it was only 1 point for her. So that was pretty awesome. And it was only 1 point, and it was 1 point because she added a sprinkle of cheese. So it could have been 0, but she had enough to do the to add the cheese. Okay, and then and she shared the link. So if you are on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, or if you're on If You Have an Egg, so if you're in our closed group, you can actually find Tracy, and it's with an E, Tracey. You can find Tracy's post about doing her homework. And Debbie, that's so weird. Debbie got an error trying to change my recipe. I guess I'm going to try it from somebody else's phone because I haven't had any issues. But we'll talk about that, at another time. We'll talk about that separately. But she shared that link so that you can pull it into your personal points engine. And then Melissa shared a yummy vegetable stir-fry recipe that is 0 points. And she provided the link so that you can add it to your personal points engine too. So congratulations, everybody who did your homework last week. I had so much fun pulling things in. I had so much fun going to different websites and pulling recipes in, even if I was not going to use those recipes immediately. Even if I wasn't going to use them immediately, I had so much fun going and pulling them in just to see what the points were for me. So if you had fun doing that, just go ahead and comment below and let me know what fun recipes you found and if you were surprised at what the points were for you. But congratulations, everybody that did your homework. Here are your Bravo stickers. So more virtual Bravo stickers for everybody. Good job. I love it when y'all do your homework. It makes me super, super happy. This week, though, we're going to run through really quickly because I've only left us 12 minutes. We are going to run through 9 ways to put a point back in your budget. So being able to add points back to your day when you've hit 0 or even less than 0, if you've gone below 0, that has been a game changer for me on the new personal points program. So, gone are the days where I would just stop tracking. I would get to 0 or get below 0 and go, nope, never mind, not tracking anything else. Okay. So Susie, when you do your, Susie asked, what do I mean by the personal points engine? So when you do your assessment and then you get your individualized number of points and which foods are going to be 0 for you, then when you put a recipe in, when you enter a recipe for you, the thing that drives how it's going to calculate your points, that's called the personal points engine. So Susie, you need to go back. You need to go back and watch the chat from 2 weeks ago because we talk in depth about the personal points engine. Just kidding. Well, you can go back and watch it. Okay. So I used to, when I would get to 0, or especially if I got below 0, some days I'd be like, nope, I'll just start again tomorrow, or I'm not going to track that because it's going to put me in the negative. Those days are gone, okay? And I am compiling a group. I've already done 3, but we haven't posted them yet. I'm compiling a group of short how-to videos that will be featured on my YouTube channel. Again, youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. And if you need some tips, don't know where to start, or have no idea whether or not something works, you can go there and subscribe. How to do this, how to get back these points, that's like the first video that Casey's going to be posting. And again, it's like 4 minutes or less. So you're going to want to go and watch those. But I've used the +1 feature of the personal points every day since we started. And you know what it's done for me? I've used it every single day. And what it has done for me is it has made me more optimistic about my day because I know I have an opportunity to earn back some points. It's influenced my decisions, like seriously influenced my decisions. So like a little scrawny salad, not going to happen. I'm always adding things to it now because I want to earn those points for veggies. It has created a desire to track. Say what? It has made me want to track because first of all, when you track a point for veggies or when you track veggies and it gives you a point, this cute little graphic for veggies pops up and goes down. And I love seeing it add it back in. Okay. So it has made me want to track. And I lost 2.2 pounds the first week. So for somebody that was on purple and I thought being really careful about what I was eating anyway, to lose 2.2 pounds, I mean, I was shocked. I was literally shocked. I mean, I expected to lose like, maybe a half a pound, but I was shocked over the 2.2. And I ended almost every single day at or above 0, which doesn't normally happen. Okay. So the ways to put a point back in your budget: water adds 1 point. So it adds to your dailies. So it's going to add to your daily number, and it's a limit of 1 point per day. So the way to do that is you are going to drink 60 ounces of just water. Okay. So it has to be plain water. It can be still or carbonated, but it has to be plain water. And if you don't want to drink plain water, it's just 1 point. So don't get bent out of shape about it. If you don't want to drink plain water, just don't do it. It's 1 point. But if you need that point and you already drink a lot of water, like I've gotten a point for water every single day. And I've had all of my water since I've already had my point. I decided to reward myself with a hint. Thank you, Melinda, and thank you, Lynn. I decided to reward myself with a hint cherry. So this is still 0, but this does not count as water. So I've already gotten my 60 ounces in today. And if you are like me and like Gwen, so Gwen my leader Gwen has she has a beverage dispensing device. Hello, Leisha. A tumbler, whatever it is, that's like 20 ounces. Mine's 24 ounces. So we have changed the setting on our water tracker on your WW app, and you can change it to be however many. So like if you're drinking 8 ounces at a time, leave it on 8 ounces. If you're doing 16, 20, 24, whatever the unit is, and it can go up pretty high, change it to that so that you don't have to hit it so many times. Like I hit when I finished 3 of my tumblers, I have hit it 3 times. That's 60 ounces. I'm good to go. Okay. So that's 1 a day, and it goes towards your dailies. Exercise, you can get +1 and up. There's another formula, there's an algorithm for how it decides. So like if I get a point for doing something, you might get 2 points or you might get 0 points. So there's an algorithm that goes to it. So a couple of ways that you can do that. The activity adds to your weeklies, and you can use those daily or you can save them up for the week. The water does not roll over. So that's on that day, and it does not roll over to the next day. Okay. The exercise is added to your weeklies. There's no limit to this, and it just adds to your weeklies. So it's not rolling over, but it adds to your weeklies. So another good way to do that is to go to Obey Fitness, and that is on your WW app, and select from hundreds of anywhere from low impact to high velocity workouts, and then the points will be added to your weeklies. So the number 3 tip is to sync your fitness device. So if you will go ahead and let your fitness device automatically sync to WW, it's going to track it for you. So it's just going to add points to your day randomly throughout the day. So you might look down and go, oh, I have an extra point because I finished my walk or whatever. Number 4 is to go to the activity dashboard of your app and select a physical activity like raking. So like I raked at Casey's house for over an hour last week or 2 weekends ago, and I tracked it. So I got 1 point added back to my day for raking. Housework's on there, shooting hoops. If you want to sit out like on Thanksgiving Day, if you want to stand out in the driveway and shoot some hoops with the kids, you could earn a point back. Okay, so you can earn some points for just getting up and moving. Then non-starchy veggies, so you get +1 per cup of non-starchy veggies, and it adds to your daily, and there is no limit. So if you had 3 cups, 4 cups, 5 cups of non-starchy veggies, it would add back. If you have a blend of a half a cup of this, a half a cup of this, a half a cup of this, it does. Just know that on occasion there are things that do not automatically add to that. And one of the little short videos that Casey and I did that we're getting ready to post shows you how to manually track that, like the bagged salad mix that I've been eating. It does not automatically give me a point back for each cup of it. So I have to go in and manually add it. But the number 5 way to add back a point, hello Evie, is instead of picking up chips, how about a cup of carrots, celery, or cucumbers? You get a point back. or maybe a little mix of all of those to make it into a cup. Number 6 is take a salad up a notch, which I've been doing every single day. Take a salad up a notch by adding extra leafy greens or microgreens for each cup is an extra point. Number 7 is swap noodles or rice with for spiralized non-starchy veggies or riced cauliflower for an extra point per cup. Number 8 is take a soup recipe, which is what I did this week, and hashtag bulk it up with butternut squash, baby kale, or other veggies to add back some points to your budget. So I have white bean chicken chili, hashtag bulk it up, in the freezer right now in my super cubes that I will have ready for whenever I'm ready to eat that. And number 9 is even adding spinach to a smoothie or other blended recipe adds back plus 1 point per 2 cups. So I want you to pay attention to that. Spinach, something like spinach, a non-starchy vegetable that you add to a smoothie, or if you blend it like tomatoes to make tomato soup, it is 1. So normally, if it's like in its original form, if it's fluffy spinach, it is 1 point per cup. If it is cooked down spinach, or if it is cooked down, well, thank you, Alicia. But if it's cooked down, blended down, anything like that, then it's 1 point per 2 cups, okay? So just want to make sure that you all understood that. And the homework for this week is hashtag get the point, okay? Just get the point. Hashtag get the point. So your homework for this week is to find a way to add back 1 point to one day. That's all you got to do. Once you do this once, you're going to want to do it every single day. You're going to get addicted to it, okay? It's just fun. It's fun to watch it calculate and add back up. I mean, it's fun to take your daily or your weekly from 0 back up to a positive number. So once you do that, so just one meal, one day this week, I want you to find a way. So it could be the water, it could be exercise, or it could be adding the non-starchy veggies. But I want you to do that. Find a way to add back 1 point this week, and then take a little screenshot of it, or write it on a sticky note, and take a picture of it, or just type it and let me know what you did. And then you're going to tag me in all the places that you already know to tag me, and you will get your super cool Bravo badge from Casey. So she's already working on it. I think she's probably already done with it, but that is the way to get your homework done. So everybody get that done. I slid right in to the almost 30-minute mark. So let's take a breather while y'all think about what you're going to do for your homework, because I bet some of y'all are already working on it, like as we speak. So let's just take a deep breath, because we've got a lot of talking in the second half. And get a sip of your water. Remember, I've already gotten my point for water today, because I've already had more than 60 ounces of plain water today. And yeah, so Alicia says she misses her blue dots because she adds so many points back. I know, but man, I mean, I like blue dots, but I love having points back. So everybody go ahead and stop. Yep, Sandra, go ahead and get a drink of your water, whatever your water is going to be. It can be flavored water. It can be plain water. If you're working on getting your point back, take a drink of whatever you got. I'm not done drinking, and I swear, this is so good, the hint, and this one's cherry. Karen doesn't like these. I don't understand. I love them. I love them. Maybe she just didn't try the right flavor. Okay, if you're new, I'm putting on an apron. Don't get excited. We're not cooking tonight. The apron is to let Casey know where to split the video. So we have the entire chat is an hour long. So the whole thing is an hour long. And Carol, I know. So Carol, Carol says she struggles with water and that she's going to have to work on that. So Carol, do you drink it cold? Do you drink it room temperature? How have you tried it? Because I have to admit, I drink it room temperature. I like cold water. You're going to think I'm crazy, but I like ice and apple juice. But yeah, I'm not a super huge fan of it in water. I mean, I'll drink cold water if it's hot outside, but I'm just not a super huge fan. Okay, so we are at the 30-minute mark, so we're getting ready to go into the second half. And again, if you're new, the presence of the apron does not always necessarily equal cooking. It just lets Casey know where to split the chat. So we have you forget to drink it. Keep it with you. Because you work all day, keep it with you. Okay, anyway, so Casey will get this posted on YouTube. The hashtag for this week, MJ, the hashtag for this week is hashtag get the point, GETTHEPOINT. But when Casey splits this up, if you need to go back and watch this again, she splits it into two different two different chats so that if you want to watch the whole thing, like if you missed us or if you just need a recap of the whole thing, or you've got your headphones in and you're going to listen at, at the gym or something, or while you're driving, then you can watch the whole thing. But if you just want to see the second half, like if you only need to come back in and get just the extra credit portion, thank you, Carol Lou, then, and Heather, I'm going to answer that question in a second, but you can come back in and just find the apron. And if you find the apron, that's just the second half. So you only have to watch for 30 minutes. So Heather just asked if you get 1 point for every 60 ounces of water. You get 1 point for 60 ounces of water once a day. You will not get 2 for 120. You will not get 3 for 180. Look at that quick math I just did there. It is a limit of 1 per day, and that's just to encourage you to drink some real water. But if you were getting 2, 3, and 4 points a day from drinking water, you would be so waterlogged you wouldn't be doing anything else. Okay, so last sip of water for me. This is the second half of tonight's chat, and it is literally days. We're like 4 days. We're T-minus 4 days away from U.S. Turkey Day, and again, I am so sorry, Canada. I missed your Canadian Thanksgiving. Sorry. It was like in October, but I missed it. And I'm sure some of you probably tried to tell me, and I just ignored you. Sorry, I'm in the U.S. Okay, so we're T-minus 4 days away from U.S. Turkey Day, and it's going to be the first time for a lot of us that we've been with family and friends in 2 years. So a lot of us have not gathered for the last 2 years. So, and I'm already seeing some anxiety, some pretty strong emotions about it. So emotionally, it's going to be a roller coaster for many of us. For a lot of us, it's going to be. So there's going to be some extreme joy over seeing people, some loved ones that we haven't, for the first time in months or even years. There's going to be a hollow sadness over some empty chairs of people who didn't make it to this holiday. Some loved ones that we lost during the pandemic. There's anxiety. Like I have talked to some people with some anxiety over making good decisions about their food. So trying to stay on this new personal points plan, just trying to do the best they can, and feelings, not only their own, but other people's feelings, about how this whole holiday is going to work, and safety, for your family and friends. So, and I was having all of those feelings, all of them. I was having all of them just getting ready for this chat. So just like there is nothing that you can say to me, there's literally nothing that you can say to me that will keep me from being sad over missing the parents that we've lost this year. So John and I both have lost a parent, and his mother's in memory care. There's nothing you can say to me that will make me not be sad. Because remember, we talk about this a lot. Feelings are okay. They are okay to have. It's okay for us to be sad, about this. And I can't tell you not to be nervous if you think the small gathering that you had planned is getting ready to turn into a pandemic party. I can't tell you, oh, calm down, don't be nervous about that. It's going to be okay. So we've also had the excitement of a new grandbaby this year. We've got nieces with two new spouses. So we have 2 new nephews, nephew-in-laws. And someone else is bearing the burden of both cooking and cleaning up this year for Thanksgiving. So that's got me giddy. So emotions are going to vary. They're going to vary for all of us, and they may vary, depending on what part of the meal it is or what part of the day that it is. But we can all do something about it, about the way we react to it, with the way we react with a fork, okay? So we don't need to react to it with a fork, okay? We can all do something about that. So my turkey tip number 1, be the last in line. That works too if you are passing the food around, or if you're at a buffet line, or you're at somebody's house and you're serving yourself. So nobody wants to eat Grandma's special sweet potato casserole as much if it's already got green beans and gravy dripped through it. So if you're the last person to go through the line, or if you're the last when it gets passed around the table, when it's already had a bunch of spoons in it and some of the other foods dripped in it, you're probably not going to want as much of it. Turkey Day tip number 2, only eat what you can't get throughout the year. So that's a tip from me that we also use at Disney. So I try not to eat McDonald's when we go to Disney, because I can get McDonald's anywhere. Oh, and Lori's watching from Newfoundland, Canada, and she joined last Thursday, and she's excited to kickstart her journey. So please, everybody, welcome Lori. It's Laurie. We are so happy that you are here and that you are on this journey with us. And did you know that this is a new plan? Or if you just joined last Thursday, you think it's the only plan. It's the only plan you've ever known, but it's new. So welcome, congratulations, and hang on. And sorry that I missed Canadian Turkey Day. Sorry about that. So we're talking about U.S. Turkey Day. Again, only eat what you can't get throughout the year. So, like, my sister makes a fantastic layered pea salad that I only get once a year. I don't make it for myself. It looks extreme. It's just a salad, but it looks extremely complicated and it looks very time consuming. So I don't make it. So I get it once a year when I see my sister. So I'm having it. I'm going to have it. Mashed potatoes, meh, I can make those myself. So skip. I'm taking a hard pass on those. Turkey Day tip number 3. Retake the assessment if you need to. So if you need to retake the assessment based on what you think you're going to have this coming week for Turkey Day, you need to change it at the beginning of your weigh-in week. So like my new week starts on Tuesday. So if I retake the assessment so that I can have, let's say, so I can have potatoes as a 0-point food, like probably won't be eating a lot of beans this week. So might not need beans, grains, and legumes, things like that on 0 points. So I might switch to corn maybe, or switch to potatoes. But if I do that, and if you do that, then you need to switch at the beginning of your week. So my week is on Tuesday, and you need to stick with it for a week, okay? Do not play day trader. This is not day trading your stocks, okay? It's not going to turn out well, okay? Don't change it just for Thanksgiving Day or just for whatever day that you are having that meal. You need to change it for that whole week. So you need to stick with that, you know, because you're going to cheat the system. The algorithm is not going to know, oh, I was this blah 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 until Monday, and then this on Tuesday, and then, you know, blah 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 the rest of the week. So don't do that. Change it on your weigh-in day, or, you know, whatever the first day of your week, and the first day of my week is Tuesday. Change it then and do it for a whole week. So again, if you know you're going to have turkey 3 times this week, then maybe change the protein from fish to poultry. So if you had tofu or fish or something like that as your protein, maybe change it to poultry. But I'm going to say only turkey breast is on your 0 points food list. Okay, you can't get a big turkey leg like they have at Disney. You can't get a big turkey leg and walk around like Gaston eating it, okay? That's not going to be 0 points. You're still going to have to count points for that. If potatoes are going to be on the menu, swap out grains or beans, you know, for potatoes. Okay. Turkey Day tip number 4. Bring a recipe that everyone will enjoy. So you're not going to just show up. Now, if it's at your house, you can make multiple recipes or ask someone to bring a recipe that would be friendly. But if you are going to someone else's, like we're going to 2 different houses and we are bringing food to both of them, but you need to bring a recipe that everyone will enjoy. Please do not be that aunt that always shows up with a fruit tray, okay? Don't be her, because, you know, people are like, oh, great. And I'm sorry if I'm just going to pick a name, you know, they're like, fantastic, you know, Aunt Pansy's coming and she always brings a fruit tray. It's Thanksgiving. Nobody wants a fruit tray. Okay, don't be her. But you could bring a fruit tray if you want to bring. If you're Aunt Pansy and you want to bring a fruit tray, you could bring a fruit tray, but then you can add something yummy and fun to it. Like I have a recipe for cheesecake fruit dip that does not have the link yet to take it to your personal points. Okay, I'm just warning you, that one's not done yet. But I have a recipe for cheesecake fruit dip. You could do that and take it with the veggie tray, and I promise you, everyone will love it. Or you could do a veggie tray, and then Pound Dropper has a skinny Mexican dip that is fantastic. And if you showed up with a veggie tray and you had some of that Pound Dropper skinny Mexican dip in the middle of it, people are going to love you. Okay, so bring something that people would, you know, other people are going to enjoy. And for those of us who choose avocados, if you chose avocados as one of your 0 point foods, that Pound Dropper skinny Mexican dip recipe just went down a point. Okay, just saying. Okay. Turkey Day tip number 5, use your hands. I'm not saying pick up your food and eat your hands, but use your hands. So we've talked about this no less than 5 times over the years. So over the number of years that I've been doing this, we've talked about this no less than 5 times. You can find your program book. If you can find your program book, if you got a new book, if you went to a physical workshop, an in-person workshop, and you got a new book, you can use it. Or you can use the tutorial that I posted about how to print the book and then use your hands to measure. So you're going to use your hands to measure. So quickly, and again, we have talked about this multiple times, and it has not changed unless the size of your hand has changed, you know. And if you have giant hands, be reasonable. But you also are probably a lot taller than everyone else. And if you have teeny tiny hands, fill them up. Okay. So your fist, an average sized fist, that's about 1 cup. So if you're trying to gauge, okay, how much of this am I going to get? I'm going to go ahead and get the mashed potatoes, or I'm going to get the sweet potato casserole, or I'm going to get the, whatever. Your fist is about 1 cup. And when I say fist, I mean a tight fist. I don't mean like this. We're not creating two fists worth, like 2 cups worth out of a fist. Okay. Your fingertip, which is right here. So your fingertip is from this first joint up. So it's this much. Your fingertip is approximately a teaspoon. So if you're trying to decide, do I want real butter today? Do I want, something that you're going to be measuring as a teaspoon? That's approximately a teaspoon. And don't, well, you could. Everybody's going to know if I'm doing it. But don't sit at the table and go, I don't know, hold on, Nadine. I don't know why I picked Nadine, but hold on, Nadine. I've got to measure the butter with my finger before you can cut it. This is just for a general rule, just a general idea, okay? Your palm, and your palm is this part of your hand. It is not all of your hand. It is, this part is actually your palm. These are fingers, and this is the thumb. That's your palm. The palm of your hand is approximately 3 ounces of meat. So like we're having turkey, we're having smoked turkey and a smoked ham at Casey's. So the turkey, I'll just eat some turkey breast and I won't have to count it. But the ham, I will know that if I get a piece of the smoked ham, and this is from a local food truck, so I'm super excited about it. But I will know if I get a piece of the ham, that if I get it the size of the palm of my hand, not fingers, not thumb, that's going to be about 3 ounces of meat, and I'll know how to count that. The tip of your thumb, so from here to here on your thumb, or if you can imagine a poker chip in the center of your, Barbara, if you can imagine a poker chip in the center of your hand, I think it's easier to look at my thumb, but either the tip of your whole thumb or the size of a poker chip in your hand, that's approximately a tablespoon. So again, if you wanted like some sour cream or something like that and you wanted to see how big a tablespoon was, it's about that big. And then your cupped hand is approximately 1 to 2 ounces of meat or nuts or like cubed cheese, if you had something like that. And again, if you have gargantuan hands, like the commercial where that one guy, and I don't know their names, but where the one guy's eating goldfish crackers out of his hand and the other guy's like, have so, and whatever, and he's got like 5,000 goldfish in his hand. Okay, if your hands are that big, no, don't do it. Okay, but anyway, so your cupped hand is approximately 1 to 2 ounces of meat, nuts, or like cubed cheese. Okay, you got it? Everybody got it? And you know where to find it. So you can find that on your, you can find that in your, if you got a physical book, if you got to go to a workshop where they had a book, you can get that chart there. Honestly, it's in like every single book that we've had. Every single plan that we've had for, I don't even know how long, many years, the chart's in there. Or you can log on to your computer, go to your desktop. And when you get to the program book, I remember I told y'all last week how to get there. So when you get to the program book to the point where you would be printing it, you'll just scroll way down on it. It's like the last page or two, and it's going to show you an actual cartoon hand to show you how to measure that. Okay. I'm talking so fast we can take another little breather. Turkey Day tip number 6. Practice makes perfect. So for this, you are going to take whatever size plate that you think that you are going to be having at your celebration. And I'm hopeful that you are going to have regularly sized dinner plates. I'm hoping that you are not going to have, this is a regular sized paper plate. This is just a normal size. They also come smaller, which would be like a bread or like a dessert size plate. And they come huge. So if they have one of those ginormous Corelle, like can't spill anything, you can get as much as you want, pile it on, whatever, plates. Yeah, maybe ask if they have a smaller paper plate or bring your own. Or if they have those giant, like if you're eating off of real china or real plates and they have those giant, like it's the size of a charger. So if you don't know what a charger is, it's the piece that goes underneath a formal dining set, and they're like this big. You don't need a plate that's that big, okay? So you need a plate that's about this size, and I'm guessing, I forgot to look, 9 inches, I think this is like a 9-inch plate. So if you will take a plate that's about this size, you can start practicing or start thinking, even if you're not going to be eating off of paper plates, what you're going to put on this plate. And again, practice makes perfect. So way back in the day, we used to draw on these. So Gwen used to give us just a normally sized white paper plate, and we would draw on them to see, to say, okay, so I'm going to take up this much of it is going to be turkey, this much of it's going to be ham, this much is going to be a deviled egg or a roll, or whatever. Quickly, people were frustrated because they ran out of room. So because you're drawing in a 2-dimension, how big this is going to be. And to me, let's say again, if it's little, if it's and I'm sorry, the microgreens people just messaged me. So Karen, if you're watching, he wants to come on Tuesday. So I can get, and if you're in Knoxville and you need microgreens, and I'm hoping he has cilantro again because I need some. Anyway, apparently he'll be here at KC Kitchen Center on Tuesday. Okay, so sorry I sidetracked on that. All the rest of the notifications I can ignore, but getting my microgreens on Tuesday before the holiday and to bulk up everything, I'm pumped. Okay, so using a paper plate 2-dimensionally would just upset me because I would be like, okay, so here's where I'm going to put my ham, here's where I'm going to put my turkey, here's where I'm going to put 1 egg, and I would be out of room immediately because 2-dimensionally on a plate, it doesn't look like much food. So what I want you to do to practice and remember, so you need to figure out what a half a cup, a fourth of a cup, a half a cup, kind of what that looks like. But remember, for every cup combined of non-starchy veggies that you have, you can earn back a point on this plate to use towards maybe dessert or a roll or something like that. Okay, so if you can just kind of keep in your mind an ice cream scoop. So a regular ice cream scoop like this, and it's the kind with a little quick action, that's a fourth of a cup. So, did Dusty stand up? Melinda saw Dusty's head. I'll show him to y'all when we get done because he got a good haircut this week. So that's about a fourth of a cup. All of these little bowls are a fourth of a cup. So if I put all of these bowls on this plate, and I'll show it to you when I get them all out here, but if I put all of these bowls on this plate, you can see that all of a sudden, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So where if I had drawn it in just 2 dimensions, so if I had been drawing on my paper plate, I would already be upset because I'd be thinking, oh, that's not enough food. That doesn't look like enough. But when you think about it this way, that's 6 quarter-cup servings. That looks like a lot of food. I mean, that looks like a lot of food. And even if you piled it up, so let's say this was your favorite, and I'm just going to use mashed potatoes because they would be easy to stack. So if you were going to do mashed potatoes in this one and you double stacked it, that's still that's a half of a cup. So a half a cup serving of mashed potatoes, look up those points, a quarter cup serving of sweet potato casserole, a quarter cup serving of something else. Or you could say, you know what? I want extra points for something else. So I'm going to go twice to the table, to wherever we're being served. And I think the first time I go, I'm going to get 3 of these with green beans, just, plain old green beans. I'm not talking green bean almondine with all the other stuff, but green beans or, a little salad or something, carrots, you went to Aunt Pansy's, veggie bar, got that, but to add back some, then see how hungry you still are. And then you could go back for a second time and still keep in mind, you could have maybe another fourth of a cup of dressing or a fourth of a cup of something else. Does that make sense? Okay, is everybody with me? Does everybody understand what I'm talking about? It looks skimpy when you draw it on the plate, but when you put it on the plate, I mean, that's a lot of food. That's a whole lot of food when you look at it in the context of the bowls. But again, that's just 6 quarter cups. So that's really just, let's see, that'd be 6. Okay, hold on. I can do this math. That is 6 quarter cups. So that's a half a cup, a half a cup, a half a cup. So that's only a cup and a half of food altogether. So, okay. Does that make sense? Everybody still with me? Y'all are quiet. We only have 10 minutes left. So what are y'all planning for Thanksgiving? You all have gone strangely quiet. Strangely quiet. So I need to know what y'all are planning for Thanksgiving. So what would you put in these little cups? So knowing that this normal, Mary's still here. So knowing that these are a quarter of a cups, and thinking about that from your plate, how would you build your plate? Thank you, Terry. So how would you build your plate? What would you put? What's something that you think? Thank you, Betty. What's something that you think? That's decent size. I mean, look how big that bowl is. You think that's a decent size. I could be happy with a quarter of a cup of Thank you, Lori. Yeah, Lori says, we're all listening attentively. We can't talk because we're listening attentively. So what would you put in a quarter of a cup? What's something that's so special that you would put it in a quarter of a cup? Now, my dad's long gone, so we're not going to have this year, but my dad made the best. And Melinda says, those small containers aren't big enough for my food on Thanksgiving. The plate isn't big enough either. But Melinda, I promise you, if you'll start with something like this and then go back for more food, you're going to be satisfied, but you're not going to be sick. So I'm saving tip number 7. I'm saving tip number 7 for after you all make some more comments about these. But I'm serious. That is such a good plan. Like, get a deviled egg. If you want another deviled egg, then go get another deviled egg. Don't put 3 deviled eggs on your plate. Does that make sense? Don't heap it up. Don't pile it up. Get enough to be satisfied, get enough to taste everything. And then if there's some things that you think, oh my gosh. So I was talking about my dad's fried apples. No one makes fried apples like my dad. I don't care who you are, and I don't care. Cracker Barrel's close, but they still don't have it. So he won't be here this year. He passed away a couple of years ago, so we're not going to have his fried apples. But I promise you, they have points. They are not just apples. They were full of butter and sugar, and they were yummy, and they had cinnamon candy on them. And I can't make them exactly like that. But that would have been something that I would have gotten a little bowl full of, in my, because I'm not putting bowls on the plate, but I would have gotten a little, a little taste of it. And then if I still was hungry and wanted to go back and get some more, that's something I would have picked. So Lynn would pick her sister's dressing because it's that darn special that she would go back for some more. But if I can just encourage you to think about doing this as one plate, just think about your plate and do it as one plate. Don't heap things up. Don't heap them up. Kind of try to keep them, in this size. And then if you want to go back and get something, go back and get something. Go back and go as many things as you want, but you got to go back and get them. Don't heap them up on your plate the first time. Okay. So wait, let's see. Vicki says, I already have my great grandma's china and they are just the right size and pretty. That is awesome. Yes, a pretty place would be another one. Betty Ann says green bean casserole. That's a good one. Okay. Tip number 7, and this is where we're going to end. And Susie says her mama's sweet potatoes. Tip number 7 is where we're going to end. Do not wear your buffet pants. So Gwen talks about this a lot, and I promise you Tuesday night, this is what she will be talking about with us. Do not wear your buffet pants. And y'all all know what I mean, even if you've never been to a buffet, and I know this last 18 months, none of us have been to a buffet, but do not wear stretchy pants. Don't wear a little loose tunic or, you can look cute, but don't wear something that is so stretchy that as you start to get full, and your belly starts to extend, don't wear something that you can just loosen or you can undo the string or whatever, and make it fit what food you have eaten. Okay. Okay. So you don't need your clothes to grow with your meal. Yeah, no stretch pants, Betty Ann, but you don't need your clothes to grow with your meal. So there's nothing like a jean button. So I actually have on the jeans that I'll be wearing, and I would like to thank WW Personal Points for letting me be able to get back in these jeans. I have not worn these jeans in 2 years. Okay, I have not worn them in 2 years, and now I've worn them 3 days in a row. I'm so happy about this. So I'll be wearing these jeans because there's a button right here. There is nothing like a jean button to say, whoa, 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 cowboy. Let's take a stroll around the ranch before you hit that chuck wagon again, okay? I'm telling you, it will slow you down. It'll slow you down. So you got, and Terry, I know Terry says party pooper. And Terry, I'm just laughing because Alyssa and I have watched probably 20 times in this last week the cutest little Toy Story thing, and Mr. Potato Head is making fun of Rex. If you've never seen Toy Story, you're not going to know what I'm talking about. Anyway, he calls him a party pooper. And in his little imagination, he goes, party pooper. So I'm just imagining you saying, party pooper. Okay, you want this party to be fun. I'm telling you, I have been sick on Thanksgiving before. I have eaten so much on Thanksgiving before that I had to go take a nap. Okay, don't do that. It's been 18 months since you've seen these people. And some of these people are no longer here. Okay. Enjoy them. Enjoy your day. You can enjoy the food, in little bits and things, but do not wear your buffet pants. Okay. I'm not saying you have to wear something that's, skin tight, but I'm serious. A button it'll help. Okay. So before we wind down, and don't let me forget, I want to show y'all Dusty's haircut because he turned out really good this time. most of all, enjoy the day. Enjoy the people that you haven't seen in a while. Don't sweat it too much, okay? None of us are here because we overate on one day, okay? None of us, not a one of us. I think the separation that we all felt during the pandemic, and I understand it's still going on, but the separation that we all felt when we couldn't go places, will put a new light on what it means to be thankful, to be together, and to be in this to win it, okay? I want to be healthy. I do not want, I've been vaccinated, but I do not want to get COVID and then go, I don't know, she's morbidly obese. We don't think she's going to make it. I don't want that. I want to be around. I want to be healthy. I'm telling you, this new personal points plan, my joints don't hurt. Again, I can, I don't know who all I was showing this to, but I was having trouble getting my arms, back. I didn't realize how stiff my joints were until I started adding in all these yummy, yummy vegetables again and all of the water. So just be thankful. So just have a great Thanksgiving. Just be there. Just be there. Okay. So for my own fun, for fun and my own curiosity, I want to know. So I want you to comment below. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, it's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. I don't care if you're watching it here, YouTube, the chat, the chat notes on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. I want to know. So comment below. And this is just fun for me. This is not an official survey. It's just for my own fun. I want to know who is tracking. So who's going to track everything that they eat on Thanksgiving? And you can just comment tracking everything. Who is going to do a quick add number for the meal or for the day? So who's going to just assign it a point number and move on? So like 50 or 100 or 20. So who's going to assign it a point number and move on? And who is just going to enjoy the day and not worry about it and then start over again the next day? So I'm just curious to know, please put in the comments, are you tracking everything? See, Carol's tracking everything. So are you tracking everything? Or are you just going to assign a quick add number for the day? Just put Thanksgiving 50 points or whatever. Or are you just going to enjoy the day and not worry about it? So I hope you all enjoy your day. I hope you don't worry about it too much. I hope you will take some of these ideas and use them. And I hope that you will eat lots of yummy food, but that you will not be overstuffed. You will not be Tom Turkey and be overstuffed. So y'all have a great week. Have a great holiday weekend. If you're in Canada, y'all can still have Thursday and Friday off from work. Just tell them Kelly said so, because it's a holiday here, and just tell them I said that it was okay. So let me grab Dusty real quick. If you're watching this later on YouTube, he is snoozing. If you're, come here. He's so little with his haircut. He's so little, he just about slipped out of my hands. And if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and let that next video roll over, especially Susie, who needs to hear how the personal points engine works. Yep. Susie, I remembered that comment. And go ahead and click that little bell so that you will be notified every time that there is a new video. But y'all have a great week. Have an even better holiday. And remember to tell your boss that I said you could be off Thursday and Friday, because I am. So y'all have a great week, and I will see you next time. Good night.